It was a cold, dark evening when I found myself standing in front of the old, dilapidated house that had long been rumored to be haunted. The wind whispered eerie secrets through the broken windows, and the moonlight cast eerie shadows on the decaying walls. As I hesitated at the threshold, a shiver ran down my spine, but curiosity got the best of me. With a deep breath, I pushed the creaking door open and stepped into the darkness. The air was thick with a musty scent, and the silence was deafening. My flashlight cut through the blackness, revealing decaying furniture covered in dusty sheets. The wallpaper peeled off in tattered strips, revealing the scars of time. I had heard tales of a girl who once lived here, a girl who had vanished without a trace decades ago. They said her spirit still lingered, trapped in the house, seeking something she had lost. As I cautiously moved through the first floor, a faint sound caught my attention. It was like the soft giggling of a child echoing through the corridors. My heart raced as I followed the sound, my flashlight beam quivering. The giggles seemed to lead me to a grand staircase that spiraled up into darkness. Step by step, I climbed, my footsteps accompanied by the growing unease that gnawed at my senses. Reaching the top of the stairs, the giggles grew louder, now mixed with a haunting melody that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The corridor before me was dimly lit by a pale, flickering light. It revealed a series of closed doors, and the sounds seemed to be emanating from behind one of them. My hand trembled as I reached for the doorknob and turned it slowly. The room was bathed in an otherworldly glow, casting an ethereal light on the decaying walls adorned with faded pictures. And there, in the center of the room, sat a young girl with golden curls, dressed in a tattered white dress. She was hunched over an old music box, her fingers dancing delicately over its surface. The melody that had led me there drifted from the box, echoing hauntingly in the air. "Hello?" I whispered, my voice trembling. The girl looked up, her eyes locking onto mine. They were empty, yet filled with a sorrow that seemed to stretch beyond the confines of time. Her lips curved into a fragile smile as if she had been waiting for someone, anyone, to find her. "Are you the girl who lived here?" I asked, my voice barely audible. She nodded slowly, her gaze never leaving mine. I took a cautious step forward, drawn by a mixture of fascination and dread. Her presence was both captivating and unnerving, like a moth to a flame. "What happened to you?" I ventured, my heart aching for the pain that lingered in her gaze. With a ghostly sigh, she gestured toward the music box. "I was once happy here, surrounded by the melodies of life. But I lost something precious, something that tied me to this world. Now I am trapped, reliving the same haunting melody, waiting for the key to set me free." I felt a chill run down my spine as her words hung in the air. "What do you need to be set free?" Her eyes held a glimmer of hope as she extended her hand, revealing a delicate key. "This key unlocks the memories hidden within the music box. Only by reliving those memories can I find peace." I took the key from her outstretched hand, my fingers brushing against her icy skin. A mixture of fear and empathy swirled within me, but I knew I had to help her. As I inserted the key into the music box and turned it, a haunting melody filled the room, intertwining with the girl's ethereal presence. The walls around us seemed to melt away, replaced by scenes from the past. I watched as the girl laughed and played in the very room we stood in. I witnessed her moments of joy and heard her laughter that once filled the air. But as the memories continued, the tone shifted, revealing darker moments of sorrow, betrayal, and ultimately, her tragic disappearance. Tears welled in my eyes as the memories unfolded before me. The girl's spirit stood beside me, her expression a mix of pain and relief. The melody reached its crescendo, and suddenly, the room was plunged into darkness once more. When the light returned, the girl was no longer there. The music box lay closed, the key resting beside it. The heavy atmosphere that had clung to the house seemed to lift, replaced by a sense of melancholic peace. As I stepped out of the room and descended the grand staircase, I knew that the girl's spirit had finally found the release it had yearned for. The haunting melody had ceased, and the giggles had faded into the depths of memory. The old house stood silent and still, as if it had finally let go of its haunted past. And as I stepped back out into the moonlit night, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had been a part of something extraordinary, something that blurred the lines between the living and the departed.